and welcome back, guys. I believe this is the third episode of our Morrowind Let's Play series. Let's go ahead and go back to the game. And today, I think we're going to do some really fun but slightly unethical stuff. Today is the day I want to start the power creep of the character, which is essentially the leveling process in Morrowind. And for those of you that are a little uninitiated with the leveling process, essentially you need to raise one of your major or minor skills 10 times in order to gain a level. And then based on how many skills governed by an attribute were gained during that level, you get a multiplier to how many governing attributes you can level up. And we're going to want to level up as optimally as possible. We're going to want to get our endurance, for example, to 100 as quick as possible, because that'll give us the most possible health, which in Morrowind is really important. But the major and minor skills take a long time to level. For example, to level Restoration from level 10 to level 100 requires 24,000, might even be 30,000, I don't remember the exact number, but it's between 24 and 30,000 successful heals, which is wild. 30,000 casts of healing. Conjuration requires about 1,800, I think, so it's a lot less than Restoration, but still pretty tedious. Alteration requires somewhere around, I think, 7 or 8,000. Destruction requires like 18,000 successful destruction casts. So what you could do is use spell making and just run around town spamming a very low cost spell, and after a couple thousand casts you will have raised your level. But the game intends for you more to train than it does to just run around spamming stuff, right? So like the armorer skill we have here, which you can just barely see under the camera. We use the armorer skill to repair our weapons and armor when they're damaged. What you can do is make a spell on self to destroy your own armor, and then use repair hammers to repair it back up. And by doing so, you can gain armorer skill. But again, that's very tedious. If I wanted to sit here and hit level 20, level 30, even level 40, by leveling up all these skills myself, I mean, we're talking 15 hours, 20 hours of very tedious work, probably. Now, obviously, you can level them naturally as you go through playing the game, but that's very slow and inefficient. By the time I'm done most of the main quest, I might not even be level 8, you know? So we are going to use training in order to make our characters build more defined and more robust. And to do training, we need money. So we need gold. There's a lot of good ways to make gold. As you can see here in my inventory, I have those 72 calm berries. I could make just thousands of potions and sell them. And that's actually a really great way to make gold in Morrowind, is making potions. However, the problem with that is that alchemy is one of our major skills. So in so doing, making all of those potions to sell for money, we'd be gaining levels extremely fast in alchemy, and our overall level would be going up very quickly. So if alchemy were a miscellaneous skill, that's probably what I'd do. But since alchemy is a major skill for us, we're going to sell armor and weapons instead. And to sell armor and weapons, we need to get armor and weapons. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Vivec, and we're going to go on a suicide mission. Because the guards in Vivec, they're called Indral Ordinators. They're very nasty pieces of work, and they have extremely valuable gear on them. They have an armor set that sells for over 20,000 gold, and they wield an ebony mace, which you can't see right now, that sells for 12,000 gold. Sorry, my allergies. So these Ordinators they're bad bitches, and if we can kill one, we can get over 30,000 gold selling his armor and weapon. And that'll give us a lot of money to go towards some of the training we're going to need to do. But how do we kill an Ordinator? They're one of the fiercest opponents in Morrowind, and we are level 1. So there's two things we can try. The first thing we can try is using the Bound Badlax spell that we got, and then the Berserking power that we have. And essentially we can summon this Daedric Badlax, we can cast Berserking on ourselves, and then we can try to kill the Ordinator before they kill us. We only have 52 health. we have we have 52 health. The Ordinator could kill us in one hit, potentially. Um, let's try it. Let's save. Let's see what happens. We actually only have a 21% chance of successfully conjuring the Bound Battle-Axe, so it's going to require quite a few casts to even get this weapon out. And then we're going to have to cast Berserking, and then we're going to have to pray that our 40 axe skill, plus 10 because of the Bound Battle-Axe, or 50 axe skill, is enough to actually connect with the Ordinator and kill him before he kills us. So, let's try it. Press X to doubt, right? Let's go ahead and save real quick. Let's see if we can cast Bound Battle-Axe. Failed. We got it. Nice. Now what we want to do is hit Berserk. We want to open his dialogue box. He has a disposition of 7 with us because A, we're a female orc and they hate us, and B, we have our weapon drawn when we're talking to him. And what we're going to do is go into Persuasion, and we're going to go into Taunt, and we are going to talk shit to this guy until he breaks and tries to murder us. That's the tactic, right? Because if he attacks us first, then it's not a crime for us to murder him. So we're going to go ahead and taunt, and he says, "You are pathetic. You are pathetic. You are pathetic." And we are going to taunt him until he says goodbye. And at this point, we're in danger. Oh no, 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 no! Oh, we were so close. We almost killed him, actually. We were one hit away from killing him. I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. We should probably save after we successfully get the Bound Battle-Axe, right? Yeah. There we go. Alright. He can kill us in one hit, for sure. So we need to make sure he does not. Goodbye, he says. Okay, we got it. Let's go to Berserk. You cannot cast this. Ha! We got him. Alright. Alright, boys. We killed the Ordinator. We didn't get one shot that time. So we can put our axe away. And that worked really well. Thank goodness. The Bound Battle-Axe has a 1 to 80 chop. It fortifies our axe, and then we get all this extra attack because of Berserk here. It drains our agility quite a bit, but fortifies attack 100 points. So, cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to loot the Ordinator. We are going to take all his stuffs. Oop. And we have 13 pounds to spare on our encumbrance. This is the big ticket item right here. The Ebony Mace is worth 12,000 gold. So now we have to find somebody who will actually pay us for murdered Ordinator. I love how his legs are just sticking out from behind the crate. So now we need to find a merchant that will buy this from us. And there's a couple options, right? There's the couple merchants in Balmora that have 1,500 gold as a max gold amount. But with our personality and our mercantile skill, they're going to offer us very little for this stuff, right?
Do you want
so we could go that route, and we'd get probably about 4,500 gold for every Ordinator we kill. Or we can go to Caldera, and we can go to everybody's favorite merchant. They seem to have fallen through the floor. Not sure what that's about. I actually can't, I can't look in either direction. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe we can, maybe we can almost V intervention out of this. We cannot. Interesting. Okay. We're gonna rest for an hour. Weird. Welcome to a 23-year-old engine. I really didn't want to use the console command for this playthrough. However, for things like that, for game-breaking bugs, I don't mind doing it. I think what happened was some combination of my fatigue being 0 and my agility being negative 100 because of the berserking buff that like knocked me down, even though I was out of combat, if I had to guess. So here in this house, there's this scamp here named Creeper. And Creeper, I'm Creepin'. He has 5,000 cellar gold, which is pretty generous, and he gives us about 100% value for our items. So we want to sell this helmet and these boots, and we get quite a bit of money for them. And then we just wait 24 hours, and he gets all his inventory back. And then we can sell this, and then we can buy the boots back. Offer. And then we can sell the mace and buy the chest back. And in so doing, we can make ourselves some money for training. This is a very old tactic. I suppose it's sort of ethical. We could do the same thing with alchemy, really, but since alchemy is a major skill, it would complicate things for us. And then we might be able to sell some potions to him. Maybe sell that platter to him. He doesn't buy books. Okay. He might buy some soul gems from us too. We can see if we can get some of these soul gems that we stole from the Mages Guild. We can see if maybe we can get some of those out of our inventory. I don't know if he'll buy these. He does. So that's cool. Nice. And then this one's worth 6 grand, so I don't know about that. Maybe we can just buy the platter back. And then one of them's worth like a ton of money. I think the Grand Soul Gem one is worth like 60,000, so I don't know if we're going to be able to sell that. Yeah, Grand Soul Gem with a Winged Twilight, which I don't think is a Grand Soul. I think Winged Twilight is a Greater Soul. I think Golden Saint is one of the only Grand Souls that there is in the game. Okay. Good enough. Sell it. And now we find ourselves with 46,000 gold. Just because we stole some stuff from the Mages Guild and we killed an Ordinator. Now if we go and we kill one more Ordinator, that will give us about 30,000 additional gold. However, that will also give us the ability to sell this Grand Soul Gem and buy back a bunch of the gear. So it's actually something like a 92,000 gold kill. But we're pretty weak still. We're level 1, we barely killed the last Ordinator. So I think now is a good idea to go around and start doing our training loop. So when I was at work the other night, one of the things I did is I made a list. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, of what our starting stats would be, and then how to level for each level in order to maximize our gains of our starting attributes. And then I also went through and made a list of some of the trainers and where they are, right? So strength trainers for like blunt weapon, long blade, endurance, speed, things like that. So what I think we'll do real quick, I don't think I'll do an entire episode of this because it would probably be a pretty boring episode, but I think what we can do is run around and do a little bit of training, maybe get up to like level 10 if we can get that far, and then go back and kill ourselves a second Ordinator, which should give us enough money to complete our training loop and make us strong enough to tackle the early game of Morrowind. That's what I'm thinking. And this just saves us some time. The alchemy loop is potentially easier, but the potions sell for a lot less. Alchemy potions sell for about 100 gold if you make a pretty strong one. They can go all the way up to tens of thousands of gold, of course, but we wouldn't be making anything much more valuable than 100.
Can I be of service?
Hey.
Good to see you.
We didn't go through the floor at that time. So we're going to go ahead and save here again. I save pretty often in Morrowind because it's a janky 23-year-old engine and you never know what's going to happen. And now if I follow this, what we're going to do, we've already gained some skills, which is kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. We need to do endurance, personality, and probably speed. Endurance, personality, and speed. So we need to raise our illusion skill about 8 times. He does not train illusion.
Yes, Outlander.
I did
What do you want?
rate who does. I did not rate who does. That's okay.
Hello, Outlander. I hope you won't take too much of my time.
She doesn't train illusion either. I think
There is much
one of the Blades trainers actually trains illusion. So let's go do that. I think maybe his name is Nine Toes. He's one of the trainers that Caius Casadas points us to at the beginning of the main quest. So let's go do that. Oh, storming. We got thunder and lightning and rain. That's pretty cool. Those are nice effects. These mods really add a lot to the game. I'm not sure where he is, but I presume he's up here somewhere. Maybe he's top house there? Or maybe he's this house? I'm not sure. Nope. Rithleen? Nope. Nine Toes, where do you live? I wonder if the local map could help us. There it is, Nine Toes' house. So he's right here. Maybe he's upstairs? Haha, found it.
Be well, traveler.
He only has 6 toes. Why are you called Nine Toes? So his disposition with us is 66 because we're part of the Blades, which means our training with him is going to be significantly cheaper. 49 gold pieces apiece, which is perfect. And we need to do it 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright. What else does he train? Agility and speed. We could do with a little athletics if we wanted to. Let's see. Since we're here anyway. We'd need 6 points in athletics. No. We'll do... Who trains Axe? That's the problem. I don't know who trains Axe. That would be tough for us. We could do Armorer though. Okay. So let's go to the Fighters Guild to do some training there. And I think we'll do Spear and Armor, maybe. Because I actually don't know who the Axe trainer is. Unless we can find one in the Fighters Guild. Maybe. I don't know if we need to be a member of the Fighters Guild to do Fighters Guild training. But we might as well join, just in case.
I'm listening.
Block, medium, armor, and long blade. Cool. Everybody's disposition here with me is going to be much less. Because I haven't really done any Fighters Guild quests yet. Block, spear, and athletics. Block, athletics, and hand-to-hand. Okay. So we're going to do spear with her.
Let's hear it.
Okay. And now we're going to do armor. Probably 10 times, because I can't find anybody here that trains axes.
So what do you want?
We're gonna have to train on weapon a single time, and then armor. There we go. I should rest and meditate on what I have learned. So now we sleep in a bed that we own, and we hit level 2. And as you can see, we're getting the 5x modifier to strength, 5x modifier to endurance, and thank God, a 5x modifier to our personality, which we desperately need. So we're going to hit OK. We're level 2 now, which is great. We just got a little bit of health, which is awesome. We got a little bit of fatigue. We got a little bit of carrying capacity. So now we can carry more. And now what we want to do, now that we've raised illusion just a little bit, is we want to go back to 9 toes. And we want to raise illusion another 10 times.
Go ahead.
It's very important. Because we want to have our illusion skill at a modest level so that we can cast a charm spell that we desperately need to cheapen some of our training. Now that our personality is starting to come up a little bit, people don't hate us quite as much as they used to, but people still hate us. And how much training costs is dependent on how much someone likes you. So if we can raise their disposition, our training costs go down massively, which allows us to be more efficient with our gold.
What do you want?
You can see his disposition with us now is 69. It was 66 before, and that's because we just gained 5 points of personality. So we need to do 10 points of illusion here real quick. It's going to cost us just south of 2,000 gold. There we go. Now we need to go back to the Mages Guild, and we're going to have to drop a ton of gold, unfortunately, on that stupid charm spell, so that we can go into spell making, and we can make an on-touch charm spell. And it only needs to be, I think, for about a second or 2 seconds. Because once we open the dialogue box with the person, their disposition should remain static. With Morrowind's old engine, I don't think it updates in real time. So if we hit someone with a 1 second charm, and then we instantly open their dialogue to train with them, I believe that improved disposition stays for as long as the dialogue box is open. So we can train, say, 10 times with that person and get that big discount each time. So this might seem like it's going to be very expensive, but I promise you it will pay for itself. Spells. Charming Touch. There it is.
Is there something I...
And now we need to go to spell
Magic is
making.
my speciality. How can I help you?
Charm. Touch. Magnitude. We want 30 points. Duration. 2 seconds. Charm 30 points for 2 seconds on touch. Cheaper. Training. Buy. Now, let's see. We can test it on this guy. Cheaper training. We're going to rest for an hour just to get our fatigue up. We don't have a huge chance of successfully casting this, but we can try it. So if we were to train mysticism with this guy, it would be 48 gold pieces. Let's see, with a disposition of 62. There we go. Disposition of 91. Training 44 gold pieces. But that really does add up. Over time, that adds up substantially. If we can really start banging this charm spell on people, get their disposition up with us substantially more, and then get way cheaper training from them. Nice. Alright, so this level we're doing heavy armor, illusion, and alchemy. Okay. So we're gonna do heavy armor next. We already did the illusion. As we train illusion, our chance of successfully casting this spell will increase, and it'll make things a little bit easier for us.
Speak quickly.
Care to tell me what this is about?
Anytime you're ready. Just don't keep me waiting.
Wow. We failed 3 times. That's okay. Training. Heavy armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And now we're going to train alchemy.
Speak
To get our intellect up just a little bit. The alchemy one's going to be pretty expensive.
It needs potions?
Okay. Now we got 5 intellect, 5 endurance, 5 personality. So now our personality is 35. Thank God. It's starting to move a little bit further up so people don't hate us quite as much as they used to hate us. We'll go ahead and save here. And then on to the next level of training. We still have quite a bit of gold left. Next level looks like spear, hand-to-hand, restoration. Interesting. So spear and hand-to-hand we're doing next. I wonder if I could do some more illusion, even. We probably could. We should probably do that. That's what I'm thinking. We'll do spear, and then illusion,
Can you ask a question,
and then restoration. Because I want to be able to more consistently cast this charm spell. We can try it on her too. Her current disposition is 51. Her spear training costs 207 gold pieces.
Speak freely, friend.
There we go. Now it costs 188. So, good. And then we dropped the spell because we exited out of her dialogue box. Interesting.
want something, friend?
Where'd she go? Oh man. She juked me. Okay. I guess we could do hand-to-hand in restoration. Hand-to-hand is very interesting in Morrowind, in that it doesn't do damage to the health of enemies. It does damage to the endurance, the fatigue of enemies. And when the endurance gets to 0, they get knocked down. And when they're knocked down, hand-to-hand does damage to their health. So essentially the idea is to drain the opponent's fatigue as fast as possible, and then just beat them to death when they're on the ground. And in so doing, it's actually a very safe way to play the game. Because when your hand-to-hand gets high enough, especially if you mix it with a spell that like drains enemy fatigue or something, you can take some of the most powerful enemies in this game, knock them down immediately just with your fists, and then beat them to death without them being able to do literally anything to you. It's wild. We need somebody that's got restoration. Let's see here.
Magic is my speciality.
Of course, I didn't write
How
that one
can I
down.
help you?
The ones I need, I didn't write down. She's got 286. Alright.
You need not be afraid. Welcome. Only fools earn my anger.
This character here has most of the same stuff that we do. Probably one of the more similar NPCs to ourselves. There we go. We should rest and meditate on what we have learned. The Fighters Guild has way nicer beds than the Mages Guild has. Okay, so we got our willpower up to 50, our speed up to 45, and our endurance up to a whopping level 75, which is fantastic. So let's go ahead and save real quick, and then on to the next level. The next level is Heavy Armor times 10, Illusion times 10, and Destruction times 10. Interesting. Desperately trying to get our personality up higher. Ooh, beautiful. Sun shafts. Alright, let's go back to Nine Toes' house real quick. And, I think I kinda noticed the speed increase. And I think we do run a little bit faster with our weapon out. I don't know, it's hard to say. Our legs move faster. I just don't know if we move faster. Gotta figure that out.
It wants something. What does it ask?
There we go. Now we have a much higher chance of casting our illusion spell. Wow, that's very blue. Is it like a dust storm or something?
Ugh.
It looked pretty nice out here a second ago. The weather's pretty changeable in Balmora, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of smoky. How are we doing on gold? We got a little bit more. Actually, we need to go to the Fighters Guild first. To do 10 points in heavy armor, I think.
All right, I'm
That's
listening.
gonna be expensive. Yeah, let's see if we can charm him first. Failed casting the spell.
Do you have something to say, Orc?
Oh my god. There we go. Hey. Saved a little bit of money. Oops. Okay. And now we're going to do destruction times 10. Yeah, our destruction skill's pretty low. That's true.
Is there something I can do for you?
There we go. We should rest and meditate on what we've learned. Willpower, endurance, personality. Nice. Good. We're doing it. 80 endurance now. And our personality has been taken up from out of the gutter. Next one is medium armor times 10, sneak times 10, and armor times 10. That armor times 10 is going to be hard to do, because our armor is already pretty high. Yeah, it's 39. I don't know if we're going to be able to level that. We'll probably have to do acrobatics instead. So medium armor, sneak, and acrobatics. Interesting. I'm not sure who we can train acrobatics with, to be honest. But we can do medium armor with Rithline, who's one of the Blades trainers near Caius Casadas'
You
house.
may speak.
Yeah, I like it better when it's not all smoky. Balmora's kind of cute when the weather's nice. I wonder if that guard tower has the Sword of White Woe in it. One of them does.
Greetings, Orc. What can I do for you?
Hey, Rithline. Medium armor. We might have to go to the Morag Tong. to get acrobatics. Sneak and acrobatics. I don't know if this guy teaches those. Nope. He does sneak and athletics.
It wants something.
So let's go to the Morrowind Guild. There's a bunch of assassins there. That's the
This
Morrowind
relic is
Assassins
odd.
Guild. Essentially like a Dark Brotherhood, only a little bit more spiritual. And there's probably an acrobatics trainer there. Also, we could try the Balmora Club, because there's a lot of thief types in there, and there might be some acrobats. I don't remember where the Morrowind Guild Hall is, but I think it's back here. There might even be like a red light outside. There it is, Morrowind Guild. Oh yeah, there's all the red lights. It's so atmospheric. It looks great.
Go ahead.
Training. Acrobatics, there it is. There we go. There's our level. And at this point we're probably running a little low on gold. Yeah, we have about 9,000 left. I don't know if we have enough gold to train our next level. We might. But I think it might be a little close. So what we'll do is we'll rest here. We'll head back and potentially grab our second Ordinator. There might be a new one in that Vivek Canton, or we might just have to find a new one. Do the same thing we did last time, use our Berserk skill and a Bound Badlax and just absolutely bring them to Pound Town. Sell all their stuff to Creeper, sell some of those soul gems we have. Went the wrong way. And then get the money we need to continue our training. I think that's the plan. Yes, I did go the wrong way.
You may speak.
Nice. We have a little bit more health now than we had before. We also hit a little bit harder, but our axe skill hasn't really increased much, so it's still going to be a really dangerous fight with the Ordinator. we might die. We might die for sure. We'll see.
How can I help you?
Alright, we got a new one. Got it first cast. That's lucky. There's nothing Ordinators hate more than orcs. There we go. Sorry. Allergies.
You have
Okay. Ah! That one went a little bit better. Now that we're, dispose of corpse. Now that we're level 6, we killed him pretty easily. No bounty, no crime was committed. I think our bounty is down here, right? At the bottom of this. Yeah, we have a reputation of 2, which is cool, but a bounty of 0. So that's nice. Our agility is 0. So we might want to, I don't know, rest a bit. Just to see if we can get this berserking effect off of us. Because I'm a little worried about fast travel with that. I think that's what got us last time. I'm not sure though. Let's save first, just so we don't have a repeat performance.
Can I be of service?
Yeah, there we go. Good, cool.
I'm listening.
So I think what we'll do is we'll sell all this crap to Creeper real quick. Ooh, it's bright. Like I flashbanged myself in Counter-Strike. I think what we'll do is we'll sell all this stuff, get all the money that we need, and then I will go and finish this kind of training loop on my own off-stream, because I don't think anybody really wants to watch that as part of the Let's Play. I think this one episode of running around training is probably sufficient for you guys to get the idea. And then when we come back for the next episode, we can continue the Mages Guild and do some of those more dangerous quests that we're now embarking on. We just want one. That's kind of a pain in the butt. I didn't realize that was going to be a thing, but it is. Okay, so now I'm wondering... I don't know if this is going to be possible. But I'm wondering if we sell this and we buy back. Yes. That will work. And then we can go through and we can sell all this stuff again. And then just essentially get like a fortune. No. First, we need to sell these. It's gonna take some finagling, I think. It's kind of like a puzzle of how to sell this in such a way. To maximize the gold. Trade pieces back and forth until we have everything we need. Creeper's an ugly bastard with this mod. This requires maximum focus. Alrighty. That's it. We sold it all, and now we have 101,384 gold. By essentially robbing the Mage's Guild blind and killing 2 Ordinators with a Bound Badlax and the Berserker buff. So now this should be enough gold for us to continue our training, to get our stats a little bit more rounded out. We definitely want to get our endurance up to 100, and I wouldn't mind getting some of our more important skills up a bit, like axe, destruction, restoration, just to prepare for what's coming next in the Let's Play. But we did good. I think that we got a lot done in this episode, and we're well on our way to our power creep. No pun intended with creeper here. I do think I will do the remainder of this training loop off stream, and then for our next episode, if you should choose to join me, we will dive right back into the Mage's Guild and try to bang out a bunch of those quests. Thank you guys. I appreciate you.